Welcome to this series of videos where we're going to be learning how to write algorithms. So this video is for complete beginners. We're going to start by doing a very simple code and then we're going to test it. In this video, we're going to start first by looking. Welcome to this series of videos where we're going to be learning how to write algorithms. So this video is for complete beginners. We're going to start by doing a very simple code and let's get started. So this is the project that I'm going to be using as a setup for our work. I'm going to be working with JavaScript as a development language. As a requirement, you need to install Nodejs in your machine. Here is some readme how to start. You need to do npm install, and in order to run the test, you need to do npm run test. So let's get started importing the project in our machine. Either you download the zip or clone the project using this link. So I'm going to be cloning the project. So the project is created right now. Let's go into it. So it's a Node.js project, very simple, very basic. We have a package.json. We have the dependencies here needed to be for our developments. We have some scripts for testing. We have the first script, npm run test, that we are going to be using in all the developments we're going to do. Here is the test, the first test, the file test that we're going to be using, and the index where all our code is going to go into. But let's install the dependencies first. npm install. This is going to be creating a folder called Node modules. As you can see, guys, it has been created that has all the dependencies needed for our developments. So the goal of this tutorial is to write a very simple function that does the sum of two numbers and return the result of the sum. So we need to create a function and we're going to call it sum. It's going to take two numbers, a and b, and we need to return the result of the sum of a and b. So it's very simple. We're just going to do a and b, a plus b. So it takes as an input a and b. It's going to calculate a and b and return it as a result. So this function has been created. It's only visible in this file. It can't be used anywhere, but we want to use it in this file. So in order to do that, we need to export it. So we do export the function that we are interested in. We need to come here. We're gonna import the function sum. As you can see, it's the same name here, sum. And we need to import it from index. So index is, we need to go a layer up and then go source and index. So 2 points, just the father folder, source, and then index. So now the function sum is available in this file, which is a test file. So let's write a test suite for our testing. So test sum. We're gonna do the first sum test adding two positive numbers. We're gonna do an expect of sum, for example 3 and 4. So the sum of 3 and 4 normally should be 7. So we need to verify that the sum of 3 and 4 is 7. So let's try to do that. npm run test to run these tests. And as you can see, guys, it is running. Test adding 2 positive is passing and it's successful. Let's assume we've made a mistake. Instead of returning the right value, we did a mistake and we returned this. So the test right now should be breaking. And as you can see, this is the results we got, and we were expecting 7. So it's very useful to have tests because this is a very simple function, right? It's just like adding 2 values, very straightforward. But imagine you have an algorithm which is much more complicated and you don't know like when it's going to be running correctly and when it's breaking. So having a suite of tests to test our functions is very, very important. Let's do a more complete testing. Right now we are only testing positive values, but let's also test maybe adding negative values. Negative values. So for example, -3 and -4 should be equal to -7. Let's also adding 0 values. 0. So the sum of 0 plus 0 should be equal to 0. Let's add right now positive and negative numbers. So we're gonna have -3, for example, plus 4. It's gonna give us normally 1. And now let's add a 0 with a positive number. 0 with a positive number. Positive number, and also this should be equal to 4, and this should be, yeah, that's correct. Let's now add 0 to a negative number. So if we do -4, it should be equal to -4. Let's see if all these tests are successful. As you can see, all these tests are successful. Having a good coverage of testing of any function is very important. It helps detect the mistakes that we can do in our implementations. So it's very useful to do something complete like this. Now we finished the implementation of our code. Let's try to save our changes. So we have 2 changes, this function and the tests. Let's add them. We're gonna call it implementation of function. Let's push our changes. So now it is hosted in our GitHub. As you can see, these changes that are existing in my GitHub. I'm gonna put the link in the description for all these changes. And I hope that you liked this video today. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Have a nice evening and bye-bye.